Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to the stately Vaughan Manor, where we're in survival mode today. You know, we've survived a lot here at Vaughan Manor, but can we survive an assload of Ahern? Jerry Ahern, that is. Let's see if we can survive an assload of Ahern, because, well, we certainly have it over here at Vaughan Manor. What am I talking about? Well, Garbaugust is on the horizon. This August is Garbaugust, where for an entire month, those of us who are hosting Garbaugust, the Dirty Dozen, we will be reading only trashy books. Just a whole month of absolute trash. Garbage from start to finish. And that's where Jerry Ahern comes in. Jerry Ahern, famous or infamous perhaps for the Survivalist series. Yes, a long series of books that takes place in a post-apocalyptic type of world where all of the shirts have been destroyed and only tank tops remain. A savage land where one must use many, many guns to survive. So this is the first book in the Survivalist series. Screamin'Creamin'Olly, who came up with the dastardly plan of Garbaugust, is a big fan of this series of books. And he has been reviewing these books on his channel as he's been reading them. And I have to admit, they sounded kind of good. So I picked this one up for Garbaugust. And then I was kind of looking through it and I'm thinking, you know what, this actually does sound pretty entertaining, I have to admit. And one of the dangerous things that I found in the lead up to Garbaugust is that my time on eBay has expanded, and I'm not the only one, I don't think. Where we've just been looking, looking wherever we can for garbage. And lo and behold, there was a bunch of Jerry Ahern books that were being sold for kind of cheap. So, you know what I thought? What the heck? I'll pick up some more Jerry Ahern books. So that's what I have for you today. Some more books by Jerry Ahern. So let me just read the first paragraph off the back of this to give you a real sense of what this is about. For years, like millions of other Americans, John Thomas Rourke had planned for what seemed inevitable: the destruction of civilization. There were various possible causes: global economic collapse, some uncontrollable pestilence, a world famine, or nuclear war. So this guy's been planning for this inevitable destruction. And that is what the series is about, apparently. The destruction has happened, and now this guy has to try to reunite with his family. I believe that's the deal. And this is the guy right here. He's the survivalist in his tank top with all his weapons. And this was written by Jerry Ahern, who looks, well, he looks exactly like you would expect him to look, frankly. He was a little right-wing, this fella. He wrote a ton of these action-adventure-y type of books and many articles about firearms. He was an expert on firearms, which will add some realism, at least as far as the guns go, in these books. He passed away a few years ago, 2012. But yeah, his politics are a little different than mine. But, I don't let that sort of thing affect my judgment of the work itself. And let's check out what I have in my assload of Ahern. Okay, let's see here. The cover designs are a little bit different than on this volume, it looks like. This is the second volume. Even though it's the second volume, this is where the nightmare begins. The nightmare is that this guy's head is disappearing into this guy's nose, which is frankly kind of a nightmarish scenario. This is The Nightmare Begins. The Nightmare Begins. It's the second book. The nightmare is just beginning here. He's got the hammer and sickle on his sunglasses there. I guess he's fighting the Soviets. This is back when conservatives weren't huge fans of Russia. How times change. But yeah, The Survivalist, The Nightmare Begins. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this is volume 4. I don't think I've got all the volumes here. They're just kind of hit and miss, I guess. But here's volume 4. This is The Doomsayer. The Doomsayer. How about that for an accurate title? There is the giant head and our hero there in his tank top. Okay, what else do we got? We have volume 18. We're jumping ahead to volume 18. This is The Struggle. The Struggle. He's managed to find a jacket there, but he's got his automatic weapon there. What? What is it? What is it, girl? Is somebody coming for my liberty? What is it? Huh? Is it the deep state? I think it might be the deep state. Well, thank you for protecting me. I don't have any automatic weapons. Oh man, maybe I should do something about that. How have I survived 51 years without tons of guns? What kind of an American am I? Okay, go kill him. Go kill him. Save my freedoms. Sorry about that. But Rhonda knows something that, the rest of you might not know, and that is the end is coming. The end is coming. Jerry Ahern knows. This is... Which volume is this? Does it even say? Oh, my finger was on it. This is volume 8. So they're not in order in this box. This is volume 8. The end. The end is coming. I wonder how many of these I'm going to be able to read. Okay, this is volume 19. So many of these. The Final Rain. It's The Final Rain, which sounds like California. We probably had our final rain here a while ago. So this is Jerry Ahern. The Final Rain. Here's number 10, The Awakening. The Awakening. I don't know what he's waking up to, but he's prepared. He's prepared. Number 11, The Reprisal. The Reprisal. He's reprising something. Look, he's all prepared for the reprisal. This is number 13 of The Survivalist. Pursuit. Pursuit. Yeah, see, he's covering his tank top there. It must be chilly. That time of year, I guess. Number 16, The Arsenal, which I'm sure he has one just lying around, this fella. The Arsenal. You gotta have an arsenal when you're with a survivalist. Otherwise, how are you gonna survive, Overlord. This is number 15. Overlord. Overlord. And this looks remarkably like how he looked in the first volume. Overlord. Number 20, Firestorm. This is another California accurate title, Firestorm. We have those every year. I'm sure we're going to have our first Firestorm any moment. But yeah, this guy is prepared. Look at him. He's prepared. And of course, as always in these, we have the giant survivalist with his bad hair in the background. Bad hair and big glasses. Number 23, Call to Battle. Call to Battle. Call to Battle. Oh, okay, so we've run out of survivalist books now. And now we've got some different Aherns. You see, he wasn't a one-trick pony, this Ahern guy. He wrote other things, like Surgical Strike. Surgical Strike. That's not phallic at all, this cover, Surgical Strike. Let's see, Fight Firepower with Firepower, it says on the back. 4 men, hand-picked specialists from America's military elite. Their mission, a daring raid on a Mideast terrorist stronghold. It's a covert operation to introduce America's new fighting policy on terrorism. Wow. This is America's new policy on terrorism. And this was a while ago. This is 1988 when this was written. So I don't remember what our new policy was in 1988. If they're successful, they'll crush the back of the world's most murderous terrorist network and trigger a bloodbath. Oh, wait. If they aren't successful, they'll cause a murderous bloodbath. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, I don't think they broke the back of the terrorist organizations, unfortunately. So that was Surgical Strike. But every great action whatever has a sequel. So we've got Surgical Strike 2, Assault on the Empress. So we got all our guns out. And I guess there's some terrorists lurking on that ship over there. And so, you know, it's surgical strike time. Surgical strike. And then we've got Surgical Strike 3, Infiltrator. And they've got their infiltrator outfits on there. You see they're all prepared to infiltrate. Yeah, Infiltrator. Surgical Strike 3. The men of the Surgical Strike team return to action. So, yeah. Oh, and we've got some different works here by Jerry Ahern. This is The Defender. This is a different series from Jerry Ahern. This is The Defender. The Defender. In America, the battle for liberation blazes. The battle for liberation, man. Got to liberate us from... What are you liberating us from? On every street in every major city, the battle for America is raging. And one man is caught in the killing crossfire. The FLMA terrorist, he is... Oh, to the FMLA terrorists, he is the deadliest of enemies. To a gutless government, he is a dangerous fanatic. Only one thing is certain. All that stands between America and total chaos is David Holden and the Patriots. So yeah, we've got a serious right-wing fantasy here. This is... I'm sure it's thrilling, and, you know, it's the killing wedge, the killing wedgie right there going on. Oh, but it's number 4. It's decision time. It's decision time for the Defender. In a savage war for liberty, he's making America's enemies see red, white, and blue. Decision time. Okay, guys, it's decision time. Let's shoot our guns into the air. Let's do that. One more classic of literature here. It's number 7. Vengeance. Vengeance. Freedom's top fighters doesn't mourn his friend. Freedom's top fighter doesn't mourn his friends. He avenges them. He avenges them. They're avenging right there. See, that's America's top fighters right there, just shooting their guns, defending America. There you go. The Defender. Vengeance. So that was a lot of classic literature from Mr. Ahern. And you know what? It all looks pretty trashy. So I think I'm set for the next several Garbaugusts with all of my trashy Jerry Ahern books. It'll be a good time, you know. Keeping our liberties secure with gunfire. Okay, guys. I will catch you next time.